Welcome back to another video. My name is Kyle, and I suck at budgeting. Today is going to be my first budget with me video. Obviously, I've done budgets by myself before, but it's going to be my first budget with me video. And it is going to be a little intimidating for me because I've watched all of you guys doing these fantastic videos. But what inevitably happens is you guys get to you're ready to assign, you get your paycheck in, and you're like, all right, well, I'm going to go open up my 12 spreadsheets and look at these and forecast and simulate all this data and figure out where my money should go. And then you go and you put the money in and you go, well, I'm going to move this 50 cents over here. And how does that affect me when I'm 84 years old? Oh, wow, I made $1.19. That's great. Fantastic. I'm like a little country bumpkin over here. Here's what mine's going to look like. So last week, my neighbor's cat got into my garage. It was stuck in there for 3 days before I realized it was in there. Meanwhile, I had a dog food delivery. I went to move the bag inside, realized it had a hole in it. And because my brain is stupid, the first thought in my mind, I kid you not, first thought in my mind was I looked at the hole and I went, well, I have no proof the cat didn't pee in there. Got to throw this out and buy new dog food. So while you guys are going through all these forecasts, I'm budgeting for extra dog food. So let's get into it. Let's hop over into YNAB and let's see what we got. So a couple things happened in the last week or so. As Paycheck came in and refund from the federal and Ohio state income tax came in. So I have a little extra money to play with this month. And I'm going to try and go for a new little segment here called Journey to Month Ahead. So the whole idea is that we're going to try and get a month ahead. And I'm going to try and do it in phases, I think. So I think what we're going to try to do first is we're going to get this area, the frequent area, a month ahead. And if that works, then we'll start adding some of the stuff from the bills area and get that a month ahead. And then we can start adding some of the lower stuff, which doesn't really matter as much. So what I'm going to first do here is create a month ahead category. So let's go category group, and we're going to call this month ahead. And inside of here, I'm going to create a new category and call it month ahead. All right. So before I can do anything in this month ahead category, I've got to finish budgeting for the month. So if you notice, my mortgage is not budgeted. I had to pull a bunch from records over here, which I might fully fund because I think I'm going to go shopping tomorrow. And then we'll go from there. So let's start just going down the list. So Jeep is fully paid for, for the month. The Jeep payment came out, cell phone came out, electric came out, water came out, a little bit under. We're just going to roll that over to the next month. Internet was good. By the way, if you guys are in Ohio, like Alta Fiber has been awesome for me. Knock on wood. I've had no outages in like 2 and something years, but when I signed on at 500 down, 125 up. Then like 3 months in, they're like, hey, we're going to boost your speed. So I went from 500 to 600 down and 300 up. And then just recently, today, I get an email that says that they're going to increase my upload speed from 300 up to 600 up. So I got 600 down, 600 up, and my bill's only gone up $10 from the promo rate. So I'm very happy with them. So I would highly recommend them if you have the opportunity. They're formerly Cincinnati Bell. So Alta Fiber, check them out. Insurance came out this month as well. So we need mortgage. So I need another $1,011.22. So let's add $1,011.22. So we are funded for the mortgage, giving us $2,084.48 left. All right. So I talked a little about channels DVR. So I need $80 for this for next month for mine. I did change my mind. I'm going to do my mom's next month as well. So when we get into March, we'll do that. So let's see what else. Let's go to records here. Let's put $150 in there. Cool. Sorry, dog making noise. So yeah, that looks good. Entertainment, health and wellness. I think we're good there. I'm gonna throw $100 in here because I've got to get some treats and some supplements and some medicine for the dogs, and they're expensive. And then let's do the $15.72 for Google Drive for the year, and $34 towards the podcast hosting, which gives me less than I thought I was going to have. Well, poop. All right. So it gives me $16.95.21. I don't really need the month ahead for now, but I'm going to leave it there because I'm going to start socking away some money in because it doesn't make sense to put it in here just to move it somewhere else. So everything looks like it's fully funded. I've got groceries funded. Let's see. Hang on. Where did my groceries go? I'm lost. There we go. Groceries are fully funded for the month. Eating out is fully funded. We're going to have a little bit of an excess, I think, which is good. Transportation's looking good. Emergency fund is paid for the month. I went back. So let's talk a little bit about the emergency fund. So in the last video, I moved the emergency fund from a budgeting category down to a tracking category. I changed my mind again. You'll notice this. So my brain does stupid things. One, it changes its mind a lot, and two, it looks for negative things like cats peeing in dog food. Why a cat would pee in dog food, I don't understand, but that's what my brain tells me sometimes. So yeah. So that's looking good. I think we're in good shape. Let's cover my transactions quickly. So I did lunch today at Pies and Pints. We had a sandwich. I put that in as an added transaction, so it's not cleared yet. But that's going to be good. McDonald's for breakfast already pulled out, and then my deposit for my paycheck. So let us go through and approve all those transactions, and we're good there. So let's go back to the budget. Now that everything is good to go, here is what we want to do. So my refund from federal and Ohio State came out to $702. I'm going to put that right towards a month ahead. So that's where that's going to go. So that's already in the ready to assign, and then everything else is going to start assigning to everything else. So let's go over to March. All right. So this is going to change. So let's change this target quickly before I forget. Oops. I always click the pencil instead of the edit button. So this is going to be an annual cost. It's going to be $80 a year. Oops. And it is due on, I believe, the 6th of March. Just make it the 1st. It doesn't matter. Yep. Okay. So let's throw $80 in there right away. So that's good to go. And yeah. All right. Before I get too far in the weeds on this, let me just hop over into Todoist and go through the stuff in here. Just let me. There we go. All right, Todoist. So as I mentioned last week, I used Todoist for the stuff in YNAB. So I've got a YNAB project. So all of the YNAB stuff I put in here. So it's like I was going to do this video. I was actually going to record tomorrow morning, but I'm recording it tonight. So today is a Friday, so we're going to reconcile. All of these things are just things that I need to do for here. But what I've done is I've created this. This just needs to be renamed. I need to rename this. So I created a filter. Let me rename this filter here so I don't get confused. So what it does is it takes all of the stuff that is in the project YNAB with a due date of today, and it puts it in here. So here's what I need to do. I need to switch from my mom's channels. So I'll do that in a second. Let's budget for additional dog food next. So let's go back to YNAB. Additional dog food. That needs to go into this month's budget because it's going to get pulled on Monday. Where is dog food? And why is dog medicine not with dog food? We need to fix that. So we're going to go here and add another 138, 87. I guess I could have just done times 2, but whatever. Okay, back to March. So I'm going to go to Todoist really quickly. Additional dog food is done. And let's go right back to YNAB. And we're good there. Okay, so let's start going month ahead here as much as we can, which is not going to be as much as I thought. Also, for those of you that haven't started your monthly budget for March yet, notice that we are in a 5-week month next month. So your grocery, so if you do your budget like this, like I do, you're going to have more for groceries, more for eating out. Any weekly target that you have, I've got these 3 targets here. They're going to be more than normal. So just be prepared for that. So dog food is not going to get pulled out until the 26th next month. So I'm going to move this. I did it again. I hit the wrong button. We're going to move this to the 26th. Save the target. So this I'm not going to have to worry about. I'm going to move this down to here for now. All right, so let's do half the groceries. I think would be good. Let's just do $300 there. Eating out. Let's do. Oops. 250, I guess. That looks all right. Transportation. Oh, I keep just trying to highlight. It's not cooperating. We're not going to do that, I don't think, because that's not going to be due till the end of the month. And then let's cover cell phone, electric, water, and internet. So look at like my internet's, I think, is fairly reasonable. It used to be $50 a month, but after my promo was over, let's go 101.98, and well, we got 299.05 left over. What could we fund with that? Let's do the emergency fund. And that gives me $40 left over. Think we're okay. We'll throw that $40. I don't know. Here. $39.49. Cool. All right. So just to give you an idea, this is kind of what I decided that I needed for month ahead, 32, 35, 50. And I think I had like $1,400. So I thought I was closer to 2/3 of the way there. We're right around halfway there, a little bit less than halfway there. So I think we're doing okay. You know, for being this being full month 2, I think we're in good shape. Sorry, the dog's uncomfortable. She somehow is laying on a plug. How did you end up doing that, dope? Anyway, sorry. I think we're in good shape. Let's jump over to Todoist one more time. Make sure we're okay. We haven't reconciled. So reconciling is something that I don't know if I talked about this in the last video. So I was it's funny. I was talking to a friend of mine about reconciling and asking how often they do it. And they're like, "Oh, I do it every like week or so." And I was like, "Really?" Cuz when I first thought about reconciling, like I knew that there was a way to like change like the how much money like was in your bank account like in YNAB or whatever. And I was like, it must be for when you make a mistake, which I guess is true, but I thought the reconcile button was bad. So like I was really proud that the first time I started budging in YNAB, like I never used the reconcile button because it always worked out right and everything was always good. And then I realized that it's like part of it is like you have to like make sure that your transactions are like, and if you have, 100 transactions and something is not matching up, you've got to go through and figure that out. So I now reconcile at the bare minimum every Friday. But my rule is if I have 2 or more transactions, I reconcile. So we'll go through a reconcile here. Everything looks good. There's nothing in here that's changed since the last time I reconciled, but it looks good there. So again, this is my other debit card. And then, yep, we'll go here. This is the emergency fund. Everything looks good there. And I think that's about it. So yeah, we're in good shape, I think. Just kind of a quick recap. I just one more quick look through everything. Yeah, I think we're in really good shape. Yeah. All right. That's it for the video this week. We'll be back again, I think on the 10th, or somewhere around the 10th is when the next paycheck comes in. So we'll try to keep this going and keep staying on top of stuff. Thanks for all your support. We got some comments on the first video. Thank you so much for commenting. Lots of subscribers for the very beginning. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. Hope you guys' budgets are going well. Hope I entertained you a little bit. Hope it made you laugh a little bit. Hope you learned something. And yeah, see you next time, guys.